Hello, and welcome to Untapped Libraries, the podcast that's about piles of Magic card and the people who pile them up. I am he who bears the name Neil.
And I am the one with the name Vinny. Welcome to Untapped Libraries.
How's it going? We're recording only one day after our last episode.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to come out 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
So we haven't had a lot in between the last two
but
episodes.
We did have a magic thing in between the two episodes.
Oh, yeah,
we went out to one of our friendly LGSs.
And our local LGS.
Why do you say local LGS? That's what the L in LGS stands
Oh,
for.
yeah, it's like a
PIN number.
Or ATM machine.
Yeah.
Okay, we went to our local LGS and it was hopping. There was almost not a free seat in the place.
It was pretty full, yeah. A lot of people playing Flesh and Blood these days.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. And there was a raffle for a Pokemon pack. Like, it's all sorts of games happening.
Yeah.
At our local LGS store.
Local LGS gaming store.
That's right.
I have a new deck. I decided to build a casual combo deck based on Magar of the Magic Strings, which is a ridiculous card.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little apprehensive about playing combo in a casual meta. There's not a lot of combo played at our LGS, our local LGS gaming store.
Yeah.
But I thought it worked pretty well. And Vinny had a new deck. He was playing Vin Wixit.
Yeah. Also kind of, I wouldn't say combo, but win conditioning.
Yeah. It was like draw a million cards and try to find a win condition.
Yeah. Either like Jace or Lab Mechanic, what's his name? Lab Maniac,
yeah. Yeah, and you did draw a lot of cards.
I drew a lot of I had Lab Maniac in my hand, and there's a couple times I came close. And then I did try with Triska Delka Viola, just the 13 guy.
Yep.
And then I died. Understandably.
Yep, and you also stopped my combo.
I did stop your combo.
And I was 1 mana short.
And from stopping you.
Yeah. I thought it went pretty well. It was a good first play. Yeah. I didn't feel out of place, which is my main worry. For a while, I felt a little bit of anxiety having the combo piece in my hand. Right. And I was like, I don't want to fire this off too early.
Sure.
I don't want to be like the turn 2, I win. Like, that's not what the deck is trying to do. But people interacted with me. They took out my combo pieces before I managed to take a couple stabs at it. And
yeah, you had a couple of good runs at it, and people had to like use up their resources to stop you.
Yeah, but I still was doing my thing.
You totally were.
So I think it's going to need a rule 0, like sort of a little
conversation.
If you don't want to play combo,
yeah,
I'll just pick another deck.
That's how I feel about my Vin Wixit deck. It's not like it is a bit. It's combo adjacent. I don't know what you would call it if it has a whole bunch of win
conditions,
non-casual win condition. I don't know. Is it casual or not casual to have a win condition like Jace or Lab Maniac?
Just depends on what people play, and I like to tailor my decks to what people that I play with play.
And I think part of it is that you're not putting in, and I'm not putting in, like really oppressive like CDH backup packages to quote unquote protect your combo or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not throwing in like a million counter spells into my Vin Wixit deck. Like you're gonna stop me. You can stop me. It's not.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, same thing for you. It didn't seem like that.
All I really have are Reverberate and Dualcaster,
right? Who
can kind of deflect a counterspell by copying the counterspell.
I mean, for me, that's what makes it feel a little bit casual. It's not like we're going all out for
yeah,
this.
exactly. Yeah. So it's like a little bit of protection, but nothing serious.
No, nothing serious.
Yeah. And I also do play with tutors, but like $2 tutors, not the $50 tutors.
Right. I like that tutor that gives you 3 black mana if you have, is it Threshold?
You only need, if you have 2 instants or sorceries in your graveyard, which I always do.
That's so few.
5 mana,
right?
Tutors a card, but gives you 3 mana back.
Okay.
So I've never really seen that card before.
It's a fun one.
But it's perfect in that deck.
Absolutely.
There's also another 5 mana tutor that puts 1 in your hand, 1 in the graveyard.
Oh, that's not bad.
Exactly what I need.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you want them in your graveyard for Magar.
Yeah, exactly.
And we played another game. We both, I also played Zergo. I got a whole bunch of tokens.
Yep. And I played my janky Clerics deck that never...
You keep calling it janky. I mean, it doesn't win because everyone has to like pour a ton of resources into stopping it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I just feel like it's come close a couple times, but it's never fully felt like it's come together. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I've played it against it a few times, and I always feel like, whoa, this thing is getting out of control.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. It just it's. I find it often. I feel like I lose steam.
It's not oppressive enough for you.
Well, speaking of oppressive,
our guest will be pleased with that intro.
and speaking of Rule Zero conversations, our guest this week is Dell to show us a really very special deck.
A really interesting, wonderful deck. Come on in, Dell. Glad to have you aboard.
Hello. Had to find the unmute button again.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you so much for showing us this beautiful, wonderful.
If you can't tell, Neil is being extremely sarcastic because I think this is his nightmare.
I'll be honest with this is not my normal play style.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think that's really important. We have played several games with you.
We know you. We've played with you, and we know that this isn't, your MO.
My friends call this the Monopoly deck. I turn the game of Commander into just a game of Monopoly where we just kind of go around the table taking turns, and then either everybody loses or nobody wins. That's how I usually say.
Well, let's talk about this deck that you brought for us. So who's the commander? Let's start with this conversation.
My commander is the Grand Calcutron. It is a legendary artifact, and back when Unstable came out, they had a 2 to 3 month period where it was actually legal as commander because they let silver bordered in commander. And I want to say that was
that's right.
Crap, was that early 2018? I believe it was. It came out 2017, but like into over the winter, I built this deck, and it started relatively normal. But do you guys want me to read what it does, or is that just implied?
Here's. I think there's something very key about this commander that also needs to be talked about, in that it's not a creature.
Right.
Tell us about the commander.
It is, like I said, a legendary artifact that they did have an errata for a few months where you could use it as commander, and that's when I started. But it is a very, very strong Rule Zero conversation where it's like, now I'm bending a few rules here. And with most of my decks, I call them modal commanders. I actually have a secondary commander. I have a copy of the Grand Arbiter Augustin the Fourth. It's actually the Volt Boy variant. And usually people see that could be an option. They just go with the Grand Calcutron. It makes everything cost more and makes my stuff cost less. We'll do the shenanigans with the artifact. It's okay now.
We'll jump through all these hoops.
But he pretty much locks the game down where you would put your hand revealed on the table, and it calls it a program. So from left to right, you put your cards out, and you can only cast the cards in order from left to right. So the next turn, if you want to play a land, you have to have a land next in your program.
Oh, okay.
So that does two things. It locks you down, so you have to play in order. And when you draw, you can put it anywhere you want in the program. It does have a little group hug thing where if you have fewer than 5 cards, you can draw equal to difference. So it's a little, little gentle towards the beginning, but towards the end it gets rough. Or if you put your spell too far along the line, you can't cast it. So it's a little bit of control from that too.
Is there any timing restriction, or like if you have an instant first in your program, you can cast it still whenever you want?
It literally says players can only play the first card of their program. So if there's an instant or sorcery or anything else time restriction wise, it has to be the first card in your stack, which takes a little while to get used to. But once it gets going, people understand, and it gets, like I said, turns into a game of Monopoly where you're just literally just playing the weirdest game of Magic you probably ever played. And that's why I like it.
Okay, so one thing to note is that it's a white and a blue. So if you play this, and now suddenly my hand is face up, left to right, I can't change the order, and I've only got, let's say, 2 lands in play, and the card in the left costs 5. Am I locked out of the game?
Until you draw, because when you draw, you can put it anywhere you want in that program. So you would have to stack in front of it. Yeah.
So when you draw a new card, you can put it at the start. So if you get a land, you can put it in. Okay.
Okay, so I assumed it came in at the end of your program when you drew. But when you draw a card, you can put it anywhere in the program. Got it.
And there are a few times where I play with somebody, they don't get that role. We kind of have to let them fix it for that turn, okay, reorder it, But
yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Could we do a little bit of role playing?
Sure.
Okay,
so let's say I'm sitting down to a table to play a game with you. Can we do the Rule Zero conversation with us as if we're players?
The first thing I say is, how long do you have? This is one I don't play in like casual, people don't know me settings. It's more like we're friends, we're drinking, we're having a good night. At some point in the night, it's like, hey, break out Uncle Touchy. We're gonna go ahead and like make a 2 hour game essentially. It does. I would say it drags, but depending on who you're playing with, as with most games, it's fun because I become the arch enemy of sorts. Where,
Yeah.
okay, we
Okay.
got to kill him.
I also assume this deck has a bit of a reputation. Like,
yeah,
people who have played against it would probably talk about it.
There are whispers on the schoolyard, as it were, where
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you got to play this deck. It sucks.
It's a nightmare. You got to play
it. Yeah.
But like, I'm one to play a lot of different Rule Zero commander decks. I play a lot of weird, not really breaking the rules, but bending them gently.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm used to have the cards like, I have this deck, I want to do this with it, with this in it. If you're not cool with that, I got like 4 other decks I could play.
Right.
And usually like 3 out of the other people are probably like, okay, if there's any holdouts, I don't want to. If anyone votes no, it's a no. You know what I mean? I'm always 100% upfront, which I'm sure you guys can attest to. We played a few games where I'll pull a deck out and I'll go, this is how I want to win. This is how it's going to suck. Here's how you can probably shut me down. I'm here to play a game. I'm not here to like surprise you with like and try to win like in a sneaky way, as probably the best way to say it. But this deck is it's gross. It's like I said, it's not what I normally like to play. It's all stacks effects.
Yep.
I have no counter spells. I made a promise to do that. No counter spells. But it's all lockdown, stasis, stacks, making the game literally last as long as we can. And there's some really fun cards. There's some really crappy cards. And there are win cons. I made sure there's ways to actually end the game too. So I'm not just shutting the game down and you guys can never send me home because the game's not over, Well, I guess we gotta hang out all night,
I also see like no ramp, I think, and no real card draw. It's just stacks wall to wall, and then I see Approach of the Second Sun. I don't see any other win conditions.
Azor's Elocutors is in there. That's one of my favorite win cons.
Azor's Elocutors. All right, let's read this one.
Creature. Let me pull it out myself.
Yeah, 3 hybrid blue white. Human Advisor. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azor's Elocutors. Then, if it has 5 or more, you win the game.
Oh, okay.
Whenever something does damage to you, remove one. So you have to like get, I guess, 5 turns. Take no damage. It's a 3/5. All right, and it's a win con.
Okay, but you got Ensnaring Bridge and Ghostly Prison and
Propaganda.
like every single you can't attack, things can't untap.
Meek Stone. We got Winter Orb, the classic. Damping Matrix. Ensnaring
Cyclonic
Bridge.
Rift and all of their brothers and sisters.
Yeah, so it's really a list of cards that generally, if someone played it against me, I'd be like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, what is happening?
It's full sit down, full transparency. I said, it's like, how long do you have? It's gonna suck. Usually there's somebody else there who's played against it to kind of help me sell it, where it's like, oh yeah, it's full lockdown. You have to kill him as fast as possible. I have bought the new Arc Enemy cards. I have not introduced it to the deck where I can add a little extra spin to me being the Arc Enemy,
I mean, you already are the Arc Enemy with this deck.
Right. It's like, add that in eventually, pepper that in maybe. But it's one of those decks where like everyone's having a bad time, but we're all laughing and having a good time. I don't know how to put it better than that.
This reminds me of like going with my friends to a movie rental place and finding the worst looking movie box. I know movie stores is a dated reference at this point. But getting some horrible like B movie and just sitting down and laughing about it for 2 hours.
It's funny you bring that up, Neil, because that's what me and my friends do. We actually do watch bad movies.
Oh yeah.
It's like I built a bad movie, the card game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like Birdemic in a deck form or something like that.
I think what makes it fun is that you're not deriving pleasure from stopping everybody from playing the game. It's that you're also in it with us. And
I'm having a bad time too.
You're in it with us, and we're all kind of miserable. Trying to like struggle to make one step forward.
How many times like mid game I'll go to cast my second approach and somebody counters it, and the rest of the table just goes, "What are you doing?" Or Azor's Elocutor's about to go off, and somebody
Does
Yeah,
damage.
swords is it. Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "No, it was almost over." Oh my
We were
gosh!
almost free.
I mean, your main art in your deck is Divine Intervention, which is in the
That's
deck, which
that's
is
one of the cards I put aside. I wanted to talk about. That
oh,
is one of my favorite cards in the deck.
Well, let's
And
talk about it.
just to explain how it works.
that's like nobody wins, but everybody wins. Like in this deck, it's
All right, why don't you read it to us, Del?
I have to get it. I have an Italian version, and I do not.
Oh, I have the English version here.
Italian.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah, thank you. Divine Intervention is 6 white, so it's not cheap.
Oh, 8 mana. Oh, it better does something crazy broken.
Enchantment. It's from Legends, which is, I assume, why you have the Italian version.
This must win the game on the spot.
I mean, it does end the game. Put 2 counters on this card. Remove a counter during your upkeep, so nice and slow. You see it coming. And when you remove the last counter from Divine Intervention, the game is over and considered a draw. Nobody wins and nobody loses, and we all had a great time.
Getting people's faces to that, like them, the way they looked, like what? Like everyone loses. We all won and lost.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
But
amazing that they made a card like that.
But you must kind of feel like you won. Like the deck did its
The deck wins if you
thing.
draw,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's like I said, it's fun in the worst kind of way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't play like this normal games. I just gonna keep saying that. Like these are all cards I don't enjoy.
Right.
But it put them together in this type of game, and it is, like I said, so much fun. Being the arch enemy, being miserable with my buds.
Mhm.
Sometimes there's alcohol involved. Sometimes there's snacks.
Mhm.
We're having a good time. We're watching movies or something, and it's like I said. I don't take it too much out to like conventions. I don't play it on stream.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like everyone has to consent to it. We'll say it like that, where it's got to be agreed across the table, or else it's not getting played.
This deck feels somewhere between an escape room
Yeah.
or like a scene from Saw.
That's a
Yeah.
good way to put it. I like that. I like that. The escape room, the Magic the Gathering deck.
Saw the escape room, Magic the Gathering.
I want you to play a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna
yeah,
play
yeah.
a game with you.
I would love to see you bring out this deck like you when you sit down with someone and they're like, "Oh, my deck's super casual," and they stomp you. They misidentified their deck as being much more casual than it is.
Sure.
And then you go, "Oh, let's play. I'm going to bring this deck out for the second game."
Try it again.
Yeah, let's do this again.
Oh man.
Let's go through some of these cards in here, because I mean, there's so many of these cards you would hate to see.
Yeah, if you hate the card, it's in this deck.
Yeah.
It is. It's in the if it's in white and blue.
White and blue, it's like classic
Yeah,
Azorius.
white and
stack.
blue, the most fun 2 colors. And this is the most fun side of those
Neil,
2 colors.
tell us how you feel about Azorius stacks.
I actually love Azorius as a color combination, but this is like the Staxy, you literally have filibuster counters. Like that says everything. The win condition in this deck literally uses filibuster counters. It's pretty amazing.
I mean, just looking at the breakdown of the deck, you got 17 artifacts, you got 18 creatures and 22 enchantments. So plenty of permanents, but you only have like 2 instants and 5 sorceries. The 2 instants are Hope's Arrow Magic, which is Cyclonic Rift, the Final Fantasy version. And then you have Evacuation, which is Cyclonic Rift. And then your sorceries are Approach of the Second Sun, which we've talked about. We have Winds of Abandon, which basically exile everything. Final Judgment, exile everything. Terminus, not quite exile, but bottom everything.
Yeah.
And then World Purge, which is bounce everything again, and except for your 7 cards in your hand, and then you have to shuffle the rest into your library. Amazing. So those are like the only kind of like non-permanent spells that you're playing, and I think it's a real testament to this weird version of stacks. Like everything you see is on the table; it's right here, and you just got to figure out how to work around it.
Like you put it, an escape room. Like it's a puzzle. That's why it's called Uncle Touchy's Puzzle Basement. It's part of a Patton Oswalt joke, which I sent you guys the art of the card if you want to share that on your channel or something.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah, no. So tell us about the art. Yeah, tell us about the art.
I'm trying to think what year I did this. This was a little bit ago, but Jeff Laubenstein was at a convention. He does some amazing art. He actually did my Goblin Charbelcher as Beetlejuice for my other decks. But it's one of those cards where like, I should get something silly done. And I had that deck with me that weekend. And I told him, like, hey, I have this deck. It's called Uncle Touchy's Naked Puzzle Basement, an uncensored version.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Oh, like Patton Oswalt joke." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, good. You know where I'm going with this."
Hmm.
And I had him like, "Can you just put a little face of him on there just to kind of zuzz it up, And he goes, "Well, can I make him a robot?" And he kind of put like a little helmet on him, little shoulder pads. Has Oz because Patton Oswald. It's beautiful. I love looking at it. It's one of those cards where I'm always going to treasure it, even if I quit Magic. It's probably going to be staying with me.
Mm-hmm.
Someday I'd like to have Patton Oswalt sign it if I ever get to see him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd get a little kick out of hearing a weird off joke make so much got so much use out of it through the years.
He's also the type of guy. He might play Magic. He might be like a closeted Magic.
He'll probably
player.
know what it is if he
Yeah.
doesn't play.
Yeah. I know his buddy Brian Posehn plays. I guarantee he's talked him into playing a few times. So it doesn't seem like it might be his style, but he knows how to play.
Right.
He'd probably hate me too if he finds out what the deck does. Stacks, you son of a biscuit. I do have some cards set aside that I do want to like point at.
Let's highlight them.
That are like
let's run
my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite cards, actually, I have this in a couple decks, is Arena of the Ancients.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing any type of control in Commander, it's one of the best cards. Chef's Kiss,
Mm-hmm.
where enters battlefield, taps all legends, and legends do not untap. So it's one of those lockdown pieces that shut down pretty much every deck. Because who doesn't build the deck around their commander? You know what I mean?
Of course.
It doesn't affect me at all because I don't got to tap my commander for anything. I have Back to Basics. That's why I have so little non-basic lands in the deck. I have the original Andrew Robinson art. I don't know if that shows up on the Mox field, but it is one of my favorite arts. And I think there is a foil of it, but it's way too expensive for me right now. That's a in the future kind of thing. But that's definitely one that like Commander is like, especially if you're playing more than one color, you have all the tap lands, you have the shock lands, you have all these filter lands, and that just shuts it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have Sphere of Resistance. It's actually the Inventions version. I actually got it fresh from a pack.
Nice.
I saw it and I'm like, well, that's going right in there. It's beautiful. It's expensive. I might sell it one day, but I might not. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I didn't actually know this card. Spells cost 1 more to cast.
Yep.
Super fun.
It's one of those cards that sucks.
Everybody loves paying more.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine played in a tournament a while back with Amonkhet, and actually in the tournament pulled an Aven Mind Sensor. So he has the little tournament stamp on it, and he actually traded it to me because it's just one of those treasures where I'm like, it's got that special little ink on it that means a lot to me, probably won't to anybody else, but I love that card in there.
Mm-hmm.
I have the two promo versions of Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, and Heretic Cathar, I believe is how you say it. They're just beautiful cards. I just like pointing at them. You know what I mean? But last in my little pile I want to discuss of just singling out is a card called Relic Ward. It's 1 in a white enchant artifact. You may choose to play it as an instant if you do bury at the end of turn, but enchanted artifact cannot be the target of spells or effects.
Oh.
This card is one of those cards where somebody goes to blow up my commander, I go, bink.
Nope.
It's great.
They're like, no, we're trying to get our hands back in our hands. Stop.
It's like the only counterspell you really have in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's a good way to put. Like I said earlier, I refuse to put counterspells in this deck just because it's already disgusting enough.
Right.
You know what it really sounds like you're doing in this deck is you're uniting people together. You're turning them into like a team against this deck.
Yes.
You're uniting people.
Yeah.
That's a selling point now, But I like I said, for as much as I do not like playing this type of deck,
it
is so much fun.
Yeah.
That's like I gotten some of the cards signed through the years. I've gotten like foil promo versions. Actually, just looking through right now, somebody bought me for Christmas one year Hokori Dust Drinker, a foil version of it.
Oh,
it's a little expensive. I don't know if it still is, but it's one of those cards where like, yeah, I can't afford that, and somebody gifted to me like, here's for your disgusting deck.
You monster! Here it is.
Oh, this one's super fun. Lands don't untap during their controller's unstep.
During your upkeep, you untap it's Witch's Orb.
Yeah, you get to untap 1 land.
Yeah. How many lands do you really need?
Yeah. And things cost 1 more because you got Thalia and you got the my gosh, what is it? Relic. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Then all these permanents come. You've got Thalia making everything come into play tapped, and things don't untap. Everything costs 1 more. Things cost 2 more to do things.
I've eaten quite a few artifact-based board wipes
Yep.
Like there's I don't want to say sudden spoiling. I can't think of the one that's like 2 and 2 green, where it's just literally destroy all artifacts.
Right.
And I'm like, cool. And I wipe my board, and they're like, well, now I can. I'm like, well, hold on, I got enchantments too, bud.
Yeah.
You got rid of half
I'm
the problem.
diversified here.
Propaganda's in there. That's a fun one. Like I think we already talked about.
Zir's Weirding is one I want to talk about, which is a
That's a
deck.
good one.
It's a card I've wanted to put into a deck for a while, but I haven't found the right place for it. So Zir's Weirding, old Ice Age card, blue and 3 enchantment. Players play with their hands revealed. If a player would draw a card, you reveal it instead, and then any other player may pay 2 life, and if they do, it goes into the graveyard.
Oh my gosh.
And so people can just pay 2 life to prevent each other from drawing cards, which is ridiculous.
Well, they see it first, which is the best part.
Yes.
So they can look at your hand while it's still revealed, whether or not my commander's out. And they go, well, if you have that card going in your hand with this card, that's no good.
Yeah.
Paying 2 life.
Yeah, I noticed that, and also telepathy, but players are already usually playing with their hands revealed with the commander, aren't they?
Yep. That's one of the ones where they blow up my commander to like, haha, I can pick up my hand. Like, nope. Still out.
Right.
And if I play with my alternate commander, my modal commander, it still has those effects in the back.
Got it.
Yeah.
It might get cut someday, but it's one of those cards that's too special, you know?
Okay, so I have a question about this deck. Besides why is has this ever like locked the game completely, where there's some combination of stacks where like just no one can really do anything?
The worst I've seen is half the board. Like there is usually like one person gets like really hosed on it, and they're just stuck.
Right.
And then they're trying to make deals with other players. Like, if you blow that up, then I can do this. I've never locked out the whole board except for like I said, half. Like 2 people end up really getting stuck.
Can almost do nothing. Okay.
Right. And then usually somebody draws that magic card that, wipes the board, and I'm like, somebody pulls their own Cyclonic Rift or something like that, where it's gets to reset the game for a little bit. But
I mean, this is one case I'd love to see Farewell. I mean, I hate that card.
You hate Farewell.
I hate that card. It's just like it basically says extend the game by an hour.
And you notice it's not in here.
I did notice.
I have a tentative plan to put it in there, but that's one of those cards even I don't like seeing that often, so I don't want to play it.
Good.
Even though I have Cyclonic Rift in there,
Yeah. There's a limit. We have our limits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my other question is, do people ever just scoop? Or is part of the aesthetic you can't scoop against this deck? Everyone has to get through it together.
I don't think I've ever upset anybody enough to scoop.
Yeah.
They would never outwardly tell me. No one has scooped, I should say that way.
Right.
Okay.
But when they're complaining, it's always like, oh, this sucks. But they're always smiling and laughing and like playfully shaking their fists, I don't think I've ever upset anybody that much. But it is, like I said, not a great experience. Like you said with the bad movies, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all laughing, having a horrible time with this. 2 hours later, it's going to be over.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it. We'll joke about it here and there. Like, hey, remember that time? Yeah.
Yeah, your personality is also key in it, because you're like a lovable, friendly guy. If you were just sitting there like, tapping your fingers evilly,
drinking our misery,
and being like, I've outsmarted all these, people would have a much different reaction.
For sure.
Oh, 100%. And in the wrong hands, this would be a weapon,
Yes, yes.
Well, I mean, I would just scoop. I'd just be like, I'm gonna go over there, and
I would rather do anything else but do this.
Yeah.
That goes with more of my decks too, where I do, it's Magic. There's some disgusting cards, but most of my decks, when I sit down, even if they're going to be disgusting, I'm open about it. I go, hey, like I have a mono black Nazgul deck, where it's like, it's Crick. It's not what you think. It doesn't have the normal staples of Crick. Like Bolas Citadel doesn't have Grey Merchant in it. Doesn't have a lot of that stuff. But it's Nazgul, and it still sucks. But my plan is to get as many Nazgul out as possible, and pop in for damage.
Right.
Crick's there doing stuff, reducing costs. He gets pretty big towards the end. I will swing to gain some life back, but I don't think I've ever won with commander damage. I think I've always won with like 11 Nazgul swinging at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's late game, that's the bracket system, discussing your deck and how fast it is. It's slow, it's torturous. And that's most of my decks. Like, I want it to do a thing more than win.
Mm-hmm.
And if I've done the thing, I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a work of art almost. It's like a conceptual.
Yeah, it's like Jackson Pollock, where it's splattered paint and it's you get it, but you're like, I could do that. Like, I could probably do that better. Hold on, And yeah, I could play a more controlling deck. I could play counter spells. I can target people specifically. This is the best version of this deck I can think of the build. I'm happy with it, besides like maybe foiling some stuff out, or new sets come out and there's like a new blue white or an artifact or something that's like, oh, this shuts down this, and my eyes start to sparkle and I get a little rush of adrenaline, like, oh, I gotta find a cut now. It's equal opportunity. It screws everybody else over, including me, to the point where, we're all laughing at the same time, like, God damn it, though. And I'm like, yeah, I suck. And like you said, personality helps too. I'm not like being malicious. I'm laughing too. I'm like shaking my fist playfully, And like I said, eventually I'm gonna incorporate. I'm looking around. I think I have them near me. I can't see them now, but the Arc Enemy cards, like, add a little extra spin to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's gonna suck. You want to make it suck a little less?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this would be a really fun Arc Enemy deck.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely not Plains Chase. We have tried that once. It is extra special miserable.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of stuff
That already
going
makes
on.
the game last too long, and you'll get like the planes where you could do stuff, you pay into it and you don't have any mana, so it makes it like that extra level of misery.
God.
Like you're sitting there watching the bad movie and there's a better movie on a different channel.
Mm-hmm.
And you're chained to the chair.
Can we please just switch it?
Okay, are there any cards which are too miserable for this deck?
Yeah, cards that maybe you had put in have taken out.
Like, I noticed there's no Stasis, which is one of my favorite arts actually of all time, even though a lot of people hate it.
Stasis was in there. I think it might be in the pile of cards that I do have cards set aside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have a lot more to talk about with this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Look at Stasis is still in that extra pile. We can just run through them real quick.
Sure.
I have a third modal commander I forgot about. Quain Iterant Meddler. I don't know how to say that word out loud.
Itinerant?
It's a little bunny rabbit. Itinerant. That's a mouthful.
Itinerant.
The blue-white. Each player may draw a card. If they drew a card, they gain a life.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot he was in this little pile.
That's funny.
I have like Wandering Eye, the 2 and a blue for a 1/3 creature, an illusion with flying, and all players play with their hands revealed. He got cut.
Mm.
I have Leonin Abunis, 3 and a white. All artifacts have hexproof. Oh goodness, this guy's in Japanese. I forgot he does. Lands come in tapped. He's from War of the Spark. The 2 white is a 2/3.
Okay.
He was in the story. He was part of that gay couple people are upset about, but it's everyone deserves to have love. That's what's my point. I won't go there. Eidolon of Obstruction, 1 and a white. Loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers, your opponent's active control. Costs 1 more to activate. I took that out because Super Friends is a mechanic a lot of my friends play, and that got too mean.
Mm-hmm.
Hushbringer, entering the battlefield, no abilities.
Oh, yeah, that seems like
Ruined
perfect.
Halo, which kind of targeted people. I didn't like that. Pithing Needle, Sorcerer's Spyglass for Extreme Revoker. All those kind of got cut for obvious reasons, where it got a little too
oppressive.
targeted.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So a important aesthetic in the deck is that you're not picking on anyone, you're picking on everyone.
Right. These cards were in there at one point, but at a certain point I cut them out because it's like, nah, this kind of targets, and I want it to be a blanket.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Day of Judgment, destroy. There's too much indestructible, so I got rid of that. Oh, I got Frost Titan. I forgot he used to be in here.
Frost Titan.
Get to tap stuff.
Yeah, tapping
Crafty
stuff.
Cut Purse.
That's also targeted, so that makes sense.
Yep. And then who's the one? Oh gosh, the blue merfolk. They got banned in Commander. Whenever somebody would draw a card, you draw a card instead.
Hull Breacher? Yep. Yeah, you make a treasure, I think.
Ooh.
Right. I had that in there for a while, but like I think right before it got banned, I cut it, and I was trying to sell it, and then it got banned and the price dropped, and I was like, well, it's somewhere. I had a nice foil when I pulled in the pack, and I was like, sweet. But now it's like, I don't know, an $8 card, I think. Not too cheap, but That's all the stuff that has been cut because it got a little too, like I said,
Yeah.
too targeted. Everyone's got to be miserable. If one person's having a real bad time, I can't abide by that.
Yeah, you don't want to pick on one person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, like we're playing a game, kind of an aside, more the kind of bring the listeners back into my court because I know they're not going to be happy about this deck either. We're playing a game, and I was playing my Varina deck and zombie tokens, and this person was playing a graveyard deck. I played a card I love. I always call him Gary Busey, but I know that's not his name because the art looks like Gary Busey.
Not to be confused with Great Merchant of Asphodel Gary.
No.
So wait, who's Gary Busey? Who's
The actor, he's in a bunch of movies.
no, no,
He's a
no.
crazy looking dude.
What card do you call Gary Busey?
Oh, I just looked up Undead Alchemist. The original art kind of looks like Gary Busey. It's a zombie. If a zombie would deal combat damage to a player, that player mills that many cards instead. And if a creature card be put in an opponent's graveyard from their library, exile it and make a 2/2 zombie token. And I played that, and one of the people were playing, graveyard deck. They realized they're like, oh, that shuts down my entire deck. And I said, oh, well, never mind. I sacrificed it or did something. They're like, what'd you do that for? I'm like, I didn't want you to stop playing.
Yeah.
It's in there because I like calling it zombie link when I'm doing damage. I make zombies, do more damage, do more zombies. If it's going to actively shut a person out of the game, that's not. I don't like playing like that.
No.
Unless it's doing everybody evenly, then heck with them.
Exactly. And he does look a bit like Gary Busey.
Yeah, he does. I can definitely see the resemblance.
Sorry, Gary Busey.
Yeah. What are your favorite memories of playing this deck?
Yeah. Do you have any specific moments?
I think once it started clicking for me, like there was a game early on when it was actually allowed to play where I didn't have to like argue with the table to let me do it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Where I had more creatures, I had more ramp, and I think I even had Emrakul at some point in here. The one that's legal. I think I was at the time. You take the extra turn for the person.
Yep, that's
I
fun.
was doing like more control-y stuff that I wasn't having fun, but like once I started clicking with, oh, if I could shut everyone down,
Yeah.
that makes it fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I could try to win with, Approach a Second Sun or the Illocutors. I don't know if that's hard to say out loud.
Nobody having fun is more fun for everyone.
I think I even had I can't think of the name of the enchantment to even look it up. But there's an enchantment. If you start the upkeep with 40 life, you win. That might have been in there.
Oh,
Like
there's
cheeky
a cat, I think.
Test of Endurance, I believe it was.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's the cat that does it too. But I had the enchantment. It was like Test of Endurance, I think it was.
That's it.
And that was like a fun thing. Like, oh, you get one more round before I win.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, that wasn't fun. I think at this point, the friend group I play with most often, and even some of the people I can talk into let me play it, for the first time, it ends up being just like a fun time every time where it's just like turns into that wild game where like weeks go by and I see my friend again for the first time and he just smiles at me. He's like, that stupid card, when this happened or that happened. And I go, yeah. And it's like I said, it's a deck that doesn't come out too often. There's other decks I'd rather play, but it's one of those special ones. And I'm glad you chose it for this discussion because I have quite a few weird stuff to show you, but this is probably one of my weirdest.
I love bad movies, but you can't watch like The Room or Birdemic like 5 times.
You gotta spread it out.
You gotta spread it out. I mean, maybe every couple of years you can bring it out and
you find that friend that's never seen it.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Yeah,
just like this, one of my friends goes, "Oh, Dell has this deck. You have to play it to see it because it sucks." Kind of another aside that maybe we'll talk about sometime in the future. I do have a deck that's meant to lose. I think we talked about briefly.
You mentioned you mentioned a CDH deck that tries to
lose as fast as possible.
And I remember actually spending time trying to be like, how would you do that? Like, how would I do that? I mean, like, Pact of Negation seems like something like that, but I'm sure you can lose faster than that. I'm sure you can lose on turn 0 if you really
before you have a turn.
Maybe I don't know.
It's black white, so I have both of the packs in there, the black one and the white one.
Right.
Yeah.
And as long as they try to do damage first turn or have a creature out, that's the only because you have to target life loss or a creature. But I've done it where somebody does the pain land. They do the shock land.
Oh.
I do the pact of the white one, and I go, nope. And they're just looking at me like, what? And I'm like, yep.
You prevent the
I
damage for them.
succeed. Task failed successfully.
I don't have Facebook. I think you guys are aware of that already, but
I'm anti-social media. I do
Same.
Blue Sky, but that's it.
That's just there so I can get games scheduled. I found once I got rid of socials, I needed to have at least that
Yeah.
to kind of connect to people. I went to 1 or 2 conventions near my house. I played CEDH tournaments with that deck because my logic too was, oh, it'd be funny to see the tryhards react to it. Like, and then also if you join the game, you got tickets for even participating,
Mm-hmm.
and you got tickets for winning. And I said, for how much the game cost to play was cheap enough, or the tickets will be, I get some pretty good prizes, right?
Right.
So I pretty much just did a grind where I played like, I don't know, 15 games. I spent maybe $80 and I got a box.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good.
And I had stories, you know. I had stories with like people like reacting and making names, faces at me like, "What the hell was that?" And I go, "Good game," and shake everyone's hand and go to the next table, you know. I've done with the one black that does
Oh, demonic consultation.
demonic consultations. I was thinking it's conscripts, where I play that turn 1, I name Emrakul or something,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh God, Emrakul," and I just flip the deck into my graveyard, and they're like, "Wait, what?" On the Facebook group, my one friend sent me a screenshot. Like, is this you? And there's somebody in the Facebook group complaining, going, "Who's that guy that came in and just killed himself in front of everybody and left?" Like, he was so nice about it too. And like, by the time we left, like, there's just 3 of us at the table. Like, what was that? I've done it where turn 1 I can do. Well, this one I have to look up because it's a little more hard to describe. Blood Celebrant is the card I'm looking for. It is a 1/1 for 1 black. You pay a black mana, pay a life, add
Pay a
1
life.
mana of any color to your mana pool,
Yes.
and just cycle through it.
You
And
burn
the
your
people
life
just like
out.
look at me like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Oh, 1 mana.
Yeah, you pay the black to get the black. You lose a life. You pay the black to
Pay
get
the black, get the
lose a
black.
life.
Roll.
And repeat.
Bada bing, bada boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Oh, and the commander is Selenia Dark Angel. I don't know if I brought that up. Where she's got the ability pay 2 life, return to your hand, so you can respond to it by paying another 2 life, respond to pay another 2 life, and just, you know.
Oh,
you can stack
yeah,
it
yeah.
infinitely.
If I ever last long enough to get her out,
Yeah,
it's so
because
much
it costs
fun to,
5, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully you never get that far.
There's
Be
mana
shocked.
ramp. There's some mana ramp in there. You know,
Yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Ritual and some other stuff.
Blood Celebrant.
That's one where like I became a cryptid in like the local community where I was just like, oh, I wish I went to more of these conventions so I can be like that guy, you know.
Mm.
But every once in a while, my friends go up like, yeah, they're still complaining about you, and they're like, well, he was king making, his friend was this and that, and they have to go around, no, that's our
yeah.
friend Dell. He's just weird. He just
Yeah. You're not getting the point of this
No.
exercise.
But that could be a whole other video for another time for you guys.
It's
If
very
you want to
funny.
talk about that one too. I've been souping that one up too, adding new cards. Like, oh, that does what? Yeah, that goes in there.
Oh, I love it. It's great. So, by the way, we met you at Commander Sealed.
Yes, in Rochester.
Yeah, and you were a joy to play with. You're
Yeah.
not anything like this deck you just showed
Yeah,
us.
you're wonderful, unlike this deck. I really enjoy this style of deck. We haven't had too many of these.
Yeah.
I almost want to call it bracket 1. Like, it's not meant to
Yeah.
do anything other than be its own thing.
I think it's outside the bracket system. I don't think you can put a number on
bracket
it exactly.
-1.
Like I said, almost all of my decks are at least a rule 0 conversation where it's
Right.
like, now look, it's going to be weird, it's going to be interesting,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be what you think most of the time. I'll say
What
most.
do you think it is about that appeals to you so much?
This deck in particular?
No,
Or-
the fact that like you seem to make a lot of rule 0 kind of conversation decks. What is it about that well, you keep coming back to this this well?
I started out not knowing how to play Magic at all. I guess I should say that. Where
I think everyone starts out that way.
I was a kid in the 90s, they banned Pokemon from our school.
Oh.
And my
wow.
friend goes, "Oh, my brother has all these Magic cards. You want to play with these?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And I remember playing Dripping Dead or something along those lines. And my principal comes over, goes, "Is this Pokemon?" Looks at the disgusting zombie barfing on himself, and he goes, "Nah, you're good." Like, that doesn't bother me. That's okay.
Right.
And then like years go by, and we figure out more of the rules, and eventually got to the point where I start getting into draft and standard once I knew how to play. And I got real big into modern and legacy, and I think I just burnt myself out on trying to win so much
Mm-hmm.
that I realized I had more fun playing. Like, there's so many cards to play.
Mm-hmm.
Commander called to me because it was more casual multiplayer. You hang out with my friends, but there's so many cards to play where you could just do some really goofy stuff, and that
Mm-hmm.
became my goal. Like I want to do crazy stuff. Like the last Legacy deck I played was Oops All Spells.
Mm-hmm.
That was the pinnacle of my enjoyment of playing to try to win prize money. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
I was pretty good. I never got to day 2 on anything, but I had fun playing the deck because it was so weird. People were like, "Well, that's not the way you're supposed to play the game," and I'm like, "This is fun. This
Mm-hmm.
is a challenge. This is entertaining. This is I don't have to play one of 6 decks that win. I get to play this goofy thing." And
Mm-hmm.
that's where it ended up translating into Commander, where it's like, oh, this is a casual format. I'm gonna play casually.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started playing back in 2010, I want to say was when I started playing Commander, people actually play casual. Nowadays, you get more of the CEDH, the more competitive side. It kind of like tarnishes the game itself a little bit. I feel where people try hard. They want to
Right.
win. They want to be the best at Monopoly.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
at the end of the day, it's a game, dude. Like, relax. I even played competitive Left 4 Dead, and that's
Okay.
like the antithesis of what the game is really meant to be. And I got to the point where I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
What's Left 4 Dead? Sorry.
The computer game. I
Oh.
assume it's a computer game.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's an
Yeah.
old I used to play on Xbox and the PC, and they had tournaments and whatnot, and it was fun, but once you start making it competitive, it's not fun anymore.
Right.
The
Mm.
Counter Strike I played back in the day, same thing, where it's like, what am I doing? And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where my brain broke, where I was like, no, I'm going for straight silliness now. It's
Mm-hmm.
more relaxing. I'm a funny guy as it is, so they kind of leaned into that rather than me trying to be, a grinder or try hard or any of that stuff. But like I said earlier, I focus on building a deck that's fun for me to play, but also to play against.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really helped me in this community now where, doing content creation a little bit on the side. I get invited to a lot of streams because people see me play, people have played with me, and I get that reputation of being, the goofy guy, and people like to have me on because that makes content.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other decks I think I submitted to you guys for you to look at was my World's Greatest Grandma. That's a popular deck of mine too, where it's just Lily from Fallout, and it's just about making puns with some of the cards in there,
Mm-hmm.
making a giant grandma that swings out. I do the voice. I do the
Oh,
Lily voice when I'm playing. Grandma loves all her grandchildren.
yeah.
And it's just that makes good content. And that's fun, and more than anything, even if I win, we're all laughing. I try to make jokes and
Yeah.
smile and have a good time.
Even me, I focus sometimes on like the mechanics and making a little machine, and you're making an experience. You're making a whole. So let's all do this together instead of like I'm just gonna solitaire and do my own
Yeah,
thing.
I think the aesthetic is it's a game, which you said, and then games are meant to be played, not
Mhm.
necessarily competed in.
Mhm.
Like it's not the Olympics here. We're like certainly not going to be
Yeah.
winning any gold medals here, but it's meant to be fun. A game is meant to be played and enjoyed. Like the example I always go back to is like if you're gonna play tag, the optimal strategy is just to keep your hand on safe.
Yeah.
But that's not a way to play. Like you gotta get out of the safe zone and run around a little bit and put yourself in some silly situations.
Mhm.
Or like hide and seek. Like, yeah, you can find a spot no one's ever gonna find you, but then you're gonna be hiding in that spot the whole time, and you're not. Are
Yeah.
you having fun at that point?
Ha ha ha! I'm all alone in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dark. This is the best.
I'm the guy that puts like a jacket over his head, tries to pretend to be a coat rack in the corner of the room, and sees how long
Yeah.
I can last doing
Yeah.
that.
Right. Well,
But
this is a really, I'm gonna say, fun deck, even though it is the antithesis on paper. It seems like the antithesis of a fun deck. I think what makes it fun is the attitude and
Yeah.
spirit that you bring to it, and that we all have to experience this together. It's a
it's the same
collaborative
attitude I
thing.
bring to every deck.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I'm one of 4 players, and if I want to win, there's 3 people that have to lose, and if they're having a miserable time, they're never going to invite me over to play again.
Right.
You know,
Whereas
and I
divine
believe that too. If I'm playing
intervention.
with somebody and they're miserable to play with, I'm not inviting you back to another game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of energy you got to put out there to get back.
I agree. That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. I call it the worst deck I've ever seen in the before the
Yeah. In your preamble.
in the preamble, which is a little harsh. It's not way
Oh,
far
that's
off.
deserved.
Yeah.
I think that's it for us. Do you have any final thoughts on this deck before we let you go?
Other than that, I look forward to actually getting to play with you guys at some point with this, because this is more of an experience than It has to be experienced. You know, you can
I
tell
would,
somebody how bad a movie is, but until they see it,
yeah,
they
yeah,
won't know the magic is in within. But
100%.
maybe someday we can make that
definitely
happen. You
down.
know, I had fun playing with you guys when I saw you, and I can't wait to play with
That'd
you
be
again.
great. We'd love that.
At Commander Sealed, we were one of the like, I don't know, 10 people who just went but didn't do the event, and so we were just like hanging out in the Commander room for 2 days, and it was great. It was a great
It was a
fun.
really fun time to meet all sorts of fun people, and you definitely stood out amongst them.
Yeah,
I plan
sure.
to go again this year, so hopefully you guys can make it. I'll see you again.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah,
we'll see. We haven't talked about it, but
if we can make it, we'll probably be there.
yeah, the U.S. is still there.
It's the only downside is it is in America, so you know,
We'll do what we can.
we're doing the best we can down here. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say about that.
Good luck. Yes, very much so.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap this up. Yeah.
You want to do your credit thing?
Yeah,
Vinny?
that's it. I guess we're done.
Yeah, I don't have any.
You don't have any final thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's the worst deck I've ever seen, and it's a great deck. So
Wonderful.
love it.
All right. Well, you can find us on Blue Sky and YouTube as Untapped Libraries, as well as on Moxfield. All of our guests have their deck lists there, including this one, so you can see the monstrosity for yourself. Our music is by Sparkling Water. You can find all of their music wherever you get your streams. Untapped Libraries is a proud part of the Podcavern network, found at podcavern.com. If you have any questions, comments, or nightmarish decks to send our way, we can be reached at untappedlibraries@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and keep building.
Have you ever seen those lists on the internet that's like top 5 sandwich toppings, top 5 movies of the year, top 5 celebrities who have a very punchable face? You know what I'm talking about. The point is, all these lists drive us crazy because we have no idea who made them and how they even narrowed down their top 5 list. That's where my podcast comes in. My name is Tung La, and I am the host of Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter. In every episode, with the help of a motley crew of self-proclaimed experts, we debate, battle, and work together, showing you the entire process of how we got there, to create a top 5 list of any and every topic we can think of, like top 5 brunch menu items, top 5 fictional dogs, top 5 90s songs, top 5 Steves? The list goes on, and we will not rest till we rank basically everything. So join us every second Thursday in the Podcavern for Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter.
Top 5, top 5, top 5.